Yo, what's going on, guys? It seems my computer is finally consistently working. I kind of had some Wi-Fi issues yesterday, but we have two videos today. This is the first of them. We have the Dexter review. This is the 7th episode of the series. Circle of Friends, Season 1, Episode 7. Let's get it. We're going to get through the plot. We're going to get to the critical reception, and then I'm probably going to go get ready for class and work on this computing program due tomorrow night that I really don't have any idea how to do. But as long as I turn it in and get some points, I'll only need to get like a 61 on the final to pass the class. So, yeah. But looking at the plot, Deborah and Batista identify the ice truck killer as Neil Perry, a taxidermist with a history of violent mental illness. So a lot of like clues point to the fact that this guy is our killer here. After they arrest Perry, he gleefully confesses to the crimes. He wanted to get caught, it seems like. This guy is like actually insane. I don't know what's going on. He's on like his Joker villain arc. Yeah. However, Dexter later meets Perry and suspects he is not telling the truth. But he drives a wood-paneled station wagon. They're like checking his home. We're gonna figure out later that they damn near confirm that this guy is the suspect. LaGuardia sees Perry's arrest as a way to advance her political career, but feels betrayed when her superior, Captain Matthews, takes the credit. He turns the crime into the press, and he says that he did it all, which is really stupid because all this guy does all day is sits in his office and witnesses and hears things from all of his other agents and whatnot that, oh, they caught someone, I'm just going to take full credit for it while I'm sitting on my ass making more money than them. It's kind of weird how the workplace politics work, but it is what it is. I mean, obviously, whoever does more should get more money, but I guess if that was the case, factory workers would be millionaires. So, yeah, I mean, Deborah approaches Rudy, the prosthetic manufacturer who works at the hospital, and asks him on a date. So Deborah and Rudy's the guy that worked on Tony Tucci, so Deborah took the opportunity to meet up with him and decide that she really admires this guy and she wants to go on a date with him. So yeah, they do that. Meanwhile, Rita must try to adjust herself when Paul, her recently paroled husband, shows up to visit their children, Astor and Cody. Literally without her permission, he just burst into the house and just starts talking to them and stuff, and she does not like this at all. She doesn't take this kindly. She's like, what the hell are you doing in her house, Which is understandable. I mean, Dexter tries to cover up a past mistake when Jeremy Downs, a victim whom he allowed to escape, is arrested again for a murder charge. So either it's him and Neil Perry, these two murderers in the story. It's kind of confusing. I think they're solving like two different cases at once this episode. It's kind of chaotic, but there's a lot of cool action that we haven't quite seen in this series so far. Maybe a little bit, but sorry about my hair, guys. I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so yeah, it is what it is. Dexter confronts him in a police interrogation room and asks why he killed again. He's like, wait, you're a cop? He's like, Dexter's trying to find some understanding. I mean, obviously he's a serial killer himself. He has somewhat a sympathy for these type of people that are like down in the dumps and feel like their only way to find happiness is to do something exciting, like killing someone. I guess that's exciting to them. I don't know. Jeremy admits that he can't feel anything, and he thought that killing would bring him something different, and maybe it didn't, and it wasn't worth it because he's sitting in a jail cell for probably the rest of his life. Dexter explains to Jeremy that he is the same way and tells him only to kill people who deserve to die. And that's why Dexter is emotionally stronger, because he kills people that deserve it. He doesn't just go out and kill innocent people. That's not going to make you feel something. I mean, killing someone that actually deserves to die is going to... I mean, obviously it's sick to be saying stuff like this, but killing someone that deserves to die is going to give you a lot more emotional satisfaction, I guess. Rita tells Paul that if he can handle supervised visits for 6 months, then she might consider letting him have unsupervised visitation while she's out of the house, but for now, she doesn't really trust him. When she hands him divorce papers given these conditions, Paul submits very quickly and signs them. He's like, fine, I'll do this. You know, if we sign some conditions that I can see our kids every now and then, fine. Dexter wants to give Jeremy more of a guiding light, but soon learns he committed suicide in prison. He followed Dexter's advice and killed someone who deserved to die. Yeesh, that's it. This episode definitely took a dark turn here. Kind of sad, honestly. Dexter pretty much made this guy kill himself, but obviously he's not to blame. Jeremy did all these things. He made all the life choices that kind of led himself in this situation. So obviously he can't really blame Dexter for this, you know. Dexter, disappointed that the ice truck killer was nothing more than a mentally disturbed psychopath, requests to see him so he can have questions. This is kind of where the cliffhanger of the show comes, because he goes into the interrogation room and he's there. The ice truck killer, the guy who's been playing games on him the whole time, or he thinks. We don't really quite have confirmation that the ice truck killer guy. I keep saying ice cream truck killer. It's weird to just say ice truck. I don't know. After having a short exchange with Perry, Dexter is relieved to surmise that he is not the ice truck killer. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know why the hell he's here. He doesn't obviously if he saw Dexter, he would show some emotion because he's messing with Dexter. But no, he's nope, this isn't the guy. So yeah, Dexter continues to move along at a brisk pace, and this episode delivered one of its busy and best moments in the series yet. So I don't really have much to say. There's not much to say about this episode. Obviously, a lot of resolutions. There's one resolution that was found and another unsolved resolution, unsettled, if you will. So yeah, leave a like, comment, some hiccups. There is definitely more to come in this series. I'm really excited. Yeah, this is going to be a really good show, so I already know it.